There's no place like home, finding what can never be lost. After a warm, beautiful spring day, the wind blows strong and the air, now biting cold, stings. A gate remains open when it should have been closed. A four-legged member of the family, undaunted by the chill, seizes the opportunity. Upstairs, I flip the covers off the bed, preparing to go to sleep, and I hear yelling. My husband discovers the backyard gate was left open. Layla got out. The gate was open. The bellowing, fear-driven, angry voice of my usually unflappable man fills the whole house. Really? I think to myself as this incredible calm washes over me. Or maybe it's dissociation or a bone-deep exhaustion as I crawl into bed longing for sleep and warmth. Layla, come home, clear as a bell, speaks from deep inside me. The image of her dachshund face, her brown eyes staring at me, downloads in my mind's eye. My husband leaves the house and returns moments later. I call from the bed. Did you find her? No, I'm leaving in my car to look for her. Our son gets out on his bike to search as well. Again, I experience a perfect calm, a confidence and clarity that she is safe. I know she'll come home, but I still climb out of bed. I pull on sweat socks and a coat and walk to our front porch. I walk out the side yard to the backyard. Someone must have closed the gate. I open it, knowing she needs access for her return. Layla, I call out in a clear, firm voice with no trace of fear. Layla. I'm suddenly keenly aware that we have neighbors, and it's 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday night. I return to the front porch as the cold air and lights envelop me. I see no movement. All remains still and quiet everywhere I move and look. My daughter joins the remote search party, and I promise to call from home base with any news. After a while, I call them all. Come home. She's a smart girl. She knows where we live and that we love her. These words flow out of me from a place of deep knowing that feels very unfamiliar to me. My words rarely flow from such clarity and confidence. Mostly they originate from a jabbering, blathering, anxious, neurotic place of freaking out about both little and big and meaningless and meaningful stuff I can't control. My son returns, angry and scared. He's upset with himself and admits he probably left the gate open, but like many people, he blames his mom. Why didn't you put her collar on? Why didn't you check all the gates before you let her out? We need to put a GPS on her collar. I listen intently and feel both his fear and anger. I say nothing. He loves the dogs. He's loved all the dogs that have been part of our family, bonding quickly and deeply with each one. He feels a special bond with Layla because she embodies an adventurous and fierce protective spirit that matches his own. He too has taken a couple nighttime teenage adventures. I realize that Layla's breakout is allowing him to experience what it feels like to love and care for someone and have her disappear, to not know where she is or if she is safe. When my daughter and husband return, I remain certain. I encourage all of you to shift from fear and anger to imagining her with you, being with her, feeling relief and love for her. She'll come home. I assure my kids will let them know when Layla returns, and they reluctantly slink off to bed. My daughter joins me in this place of clarity when I hug her goodnight. She'll come home, Mom. Less confident, my husband camps out in the living room on the blow-up mattress with lights illuminating the foyer and the porch. The glass storm door serves as a window for us and for our wanderer. Back in bed, more images enter my mind's eye in full color. I see a scene from Because of Winn-Dixie when the dog returns after the thunderstorm, and I hear the song they sing in celebration. I see red slippers on Layla's paws clicking together and Judy Garland declaring, "There's no place like home." Lastly, I envision a quick flash of her still body and her whole wiggly self. Again, booming with power, the words, "Layla, come home," vibrate inside me. This phrase repeats more gently and peacefully, soothing me to sleep. A clear picture of her face accompanies the words. I wake up with the start at 1:30 a.m. Immediately, I think, Layla, come home. It consumes me. I become the mantra. I hear my husband crinkle off the plastic mattress, open the front door, and whistle softly. He returns to the mattress and to snoring. What seems like a moment later, I hear it. Arf! I bound out of bed, rush down the stairs, and see her in the flood of lights. She's here! Standing on our welcome mat, Layla looks up at me through the clear storm door. I open the door and crouch down with arms open wide. It's a blissful, joyful, face-licking, body-wiggling, bouncy reunion. She's here! My husband stands next to us. Layla greets him and then moves to her water bowl for a long drink. "Yeah, that dead squirrel sure tastes salty," my husband says. It's his way of saying, "I'm so glad you're home, but you scared the crap out of me, you stupid, lovable dog." He shares with me that he dreamt that she came to the front door, and then he awoke to my footsteps on the stairs. I scoop her up to take her to my son's bedroom. He sits up in his bed and I hand him our Layla. I feel his relief, his love. I say nothing. No apology or forgiveness is required. Love fills his room. We'll never know where Layla went on her 3.5-hour nighttime adventure, but it sure solidifies an experience of deeper truths, magic, mystery, the power of calm confidence, and the wisdom of staying grounded in the midst of life's curveballs. Maybe there's something to the sound and majesty of silence and what emerges from that sacred and quiet place. Maybe stillness and quiet is where home really is. Sometimes life roars with chaos around us. We can be like the monk climbing the mountain holding a bowl of water during a thunderstorm without sloshing a drop. But then the monk didn't have 2 kids, 2 dogs, and a husband. Maybe finding stillness takes some practice, but it's well worth the effort. It may be where we find sanity, deeper wisdom, and an ability to respond with equanimity to life's unexpected adventures. Here are some ideas to consider for cultivating calm in the midst of life's curveballs. Depending on what works for you, try meditation or time to be still and quiet, or dance to a song that makes you get up and dance. How about Le Freak by Chic or Staying Alive by the Bee Gees? You can tell how young I am. Set a goal like taking a yoga class, training for a half marathon, or focusing your senses on 5 things to see, touch, taste, smell, or feel to help you focus on something other than the chatter in your mind. Set aside time to steep yourself in whatever setting relaxes you and makes you feel most alive. For some people, it might be a bustling urban environment, and for others, it might be a natural setting with trees, flowers, grass, flowing water, and rocks. Read or listen to your favorite source of spiritual comfort. Take a break from the news or unplug from social media for a specific time period, whether it's a month or an hour. You might find yourself looking at a tree or a loved one as if for the first time. Choose to clear your diet of food and beverages your body can't stand. Listen to your body. It will tell you what these might be. Or if you normally take this approach, you can occasionally indulge in a treat you otherwise would not. I love the gluten-free cupcakes where they take out the gluten and put in extra sugar. Ignore all the above and go about living your life. No worries.